Hey everyone, I'm Lance and welcome to my channel. I'll be showing you how to do what I'm calling a ghost flower chain pull. I'm showing you how I'm spraying off the back of my canvas, wiping it down a little bit. This is just so that the canvas becomes really taut, and it's a 16-inch circular round canvas from Hobby Lobby, and I'm using Loft Black. And I'm gonna put that around the edges, and I'm just squeezing it out of the bottle, as you can see, putting it around the edges, and then making sure I get it with the sponge brush all the way around so that you get it in those creases, because there's a lot more kind of deep creases in a circular canvas like this. And that's just so that it's really coated well and ready for the pour. Now I'm going to be doing a flip cup for this, and so I have mixed my paints, in this case the black Artist Loft paint here I've mixed with just floetrol, and that's kind of how all my paints are mixed. And I'm using a gold that is Artist Loft 24 karat gold, but it's the Americana Decor Metallics, not the Extreme Sheen. And that color right there is Amsterdam Graphite, which is a really beautiful silvery color. Now this color coming up is Folk Art Treasure Gold Metallic Fire Opal, and I mixed that actually with a little bit of the 24 karat gold just to kind of give it a little bit more golden tone, because I wanted these colors to kind of have that warm feeling as a background. This is going to be a flip cup background for the chain pull. Now, as many of you may know, my mother passed recently. She passed on January 30th, and she had been fighting a battle from gallstone-induced pancreatitis, and it turned into lung damaging issues that really caused her to pass. She developed an acute respiratory disorder and had to be on a regular ventilator and then on a trach ventilator, and in the end we thought she was getting better, but I was there in the morning of the day that she passed, and the nurse told me that she had developed some pneumonia again, and I thought, oh no. And in the end she coded that evening, and they just couldn't bring her back. She was just too weakened by this whole experience. We were going on 3 months of being in an ICU type environment and on IV antibiotics and IV nutrition. So anyway, I wanted to just say thank you so much to everyone who has given their love and support to me in this situation, and us, and the well wishes for my mom. And this is really for my mom. This video, my mother and my grandmother, my mother's mother, I was very close to, and we shared this bond of flowers. And so this is going to be a chain pull that is like an organic kind of flower garden, and in honor of her and my grandmother. And so just want you to kind of know that, and thank you so much. And please, I need your love and support more now than ever in the wake of it all. So, but I just want to say how much I appreciate and love all of you. And yeah, so here you can see I have done the flip cup, and I'm kind of moving it around. And I wanted to say Manon Pettit, and I'll put a link here about her video. She's really the inspiration for this video. I watched this, and this is actually your friends in Fluid Art, Manon Pettit of Manon Pettit Art. She's a friend of mine, and she's one of the videos. I watched one of her videos, and it was kind of a diversion during all of the things that I've been going through. And so I wanted to say I love you, Manon, and thank you. But yeah, so mine is a little different. I did different colors than her. She had gold, I think, on black, and I decided to put some fire opal in there and some of the graphite and try to see, you know, kind of what I could do, because you just kind of want to explore things, and I really love how this has turned out. But please, I'll put an end card here so you could check out Manon's video as well. As you can see here, the paints are moving kind of slow, and I was trying to get a good amount of paint off, because if you're going to do any type of chain pull, you need that first base layer of paint to be sort of thin. And this is where we kind of, there's a little bit of differences here between mine's obviously and Manon's, both in colors and in the fact that I didn't get as much paint off, A, because I really liked the design of the background, I thought it looked really cool, and B, I was trying to do something a little different. I've been playing around with a lot of pearl cell mixtures and cloud mixes, and I wanted to create a chain pull that would give me kind of an organic, kind of, you know, flower-like feel, but that would also have a little bit of that cloudy kind of haloed effect. And I had a hunch that if I used a certain type of paint with this, that it would possibly work. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that when we get close to the chain pulls.
You could say anything, but it could mean everything, 'cause you said it to the right person and they needed the compliment.
Now I'm going to show you the close-up kind of flyover before we do the chain pulls. I wanted you to just see kind of how beautiful and pretty these colors were, and the interesting cells that kind of popped up and developed, and just the kind of beautiful kind of sheen that these paints have. Now there's no pigments in any of this, it's just all tube paint, metallic tube paint that's been mixed, but I just thought it was really beautiful and wanted to show you that. Now I am showing you that particular paint right there is not what I end up using in the end. That is, I think, an Anita's Craft, like pearl white, and so I just tried to test it out, and it did some stuff. Like, it was okay, like I didn't mind how it was happening, but as you can see, because you have, in this situation of the kind of effect that I'm trying to achieve, I have left more paint on the canvas than would be your regular chain pull. And what I start realizing was I needed to go to my plan B of the type of paint that I wanted to use, that I had the hunch about, and I had to use more of it. I really had to load down the chain more in order to get kind of the effects that you'll see me get a little bit later on in the chain pulls. But what I will tell you is the color, or the paint, the type of paint that I'm going to use in the end is just the DecoArt Americana Metallics, like pearl white. The DecoArt pearl white really does the trick. It's going to be the one that you'll see the most haloed effect and the most kind of cloudy effect around these organic kind of leaf-like and flower-like shapes that are created by the chain pull. And as you can see there, I really like how that leaf, there is a leaf shape that was created down there on the bottom, you know, the lower left part of that middle pull, and it looks really cool. Now, because I have a little bit more paint on here, now it's still pretty thin on the canvas, but because there's a little bit more paint on the canvas, you do lose some of the paint because it gets rolled under into the paint. But like I said, when I started using the DecoArt pearl white, you'll see it show up better. And the beauty of this is you can kind of snake your chain around the shapes that you already have and keep going, and you'll eventually get kind of the desired shape that you want. So, you know, even though there is more paint on that canvas than obviously a regular normal chain pull, it does give me the effect that I want in the end, and you'll see that as the painting develops, and it's a really beautiful, elegant look, I think, and it's a little different than the regular chain pull that you see normally. So anyways, just something different, something for you to try, And but I really do love the way it turned out, and I love the way, I just really too love the way that background with all those warm colors turned out. To me, it just was a very interesting kind of flip cup. And I would like, to explore doing this kind of thing again. And I even thought about maybe doing the Tanya Munt technique with the glue gun and this, and I think I may try one of those. One of those may be in my future. But this was so beautiful. I contemplated doing this one that way, but then in the end, when it was done, I really didn't want to do that. I just kind of wanted to leave it with the abstract look of flowers or, something organic and plant-like, and just kind of let it be from, just the fluid art technique itself, rather than trying to get it to be too literal. If you're enjoying this, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, and ring the bell so you're alerted when I upload new content. Just to talk about it a little bit more, now that paint is the DecoArt Americana Decor Metallics Pearl White, and as you can see, it's giving me more, petal-like, leaf-like shape, but it's still not so pronounced as maybe the regular chain pull, where you have a really thin amount of paint on the canvas. And also, the thing to remember is I'm using that metallic paint straight out of the can, poured onto my palette over there. I am not mixing it with any floetrol or anything, and that's something that you want to take into consideration. The background has floetrol in it, which is causing a little reaction of that ghosting and kind of haloed effect around the shapes. But I think if you actually mixed the paint you were going to do the chain pulls with floetrol, you would see it kind of blow up, and and you would get, probably a lot of pillowy looking shapes that might, take over and go a little too abstract. So I feel like I got the best of both worlds. I got a little bit of that haloed shape and well, the haloed kind of outlining of the shapes, and you can kind of see it there, and you'll see it when I do the flyover close up. And it's what I was going for. And it didn't get out of control, and it didn't grow so much, the way that kind of cloud effect can do. It didn't grow so much that it distorted the, kind of abstract looking flowers or plant shapes. And here you can see it, and it looks beautiful with that, golden background and those warm tone colors, the coppers, and even that, silvery tone that I got from the Amsterdam Graphite. But it just I think it just looks very elegant and beautiful, and that's kind of why I said it's an elegant it's an elegant ghost flower chain pull. I think this created a beautiful garden-like composition, and it reminds me of my mom and my grandmother, and I think they would both love this. And I just wanted to say thank you for everyone who have supported me and given me, well wishes for my mom, and has supported me through her passing. I need your love and support now more than ever, but I want to thank you. And you can always reach out to me via Facebook. I'll leave a link in my description box if you ever have any questions, or you just want to talk, because I love talking to all my fluid art friends. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you again real soon.